Okay, and it should be live in a second. Okay, it is live now. Therefore, good evening. I wanted to switch this out again. Natural champions of bosses drop 5 pieces of gear. Gear found in chests. Dropped has higher chance of higher quality. I'm pretty sure I go for dexterity again. This one is weird. Just gonna take the Greek counter. Okay, I'm pretty sure I looked at this last time and I just noticed that there are only spears as two-handed. I'm pretty sure I wanted to go with this one. And at least unless anything is more impressive here. 50% damage against bosses, really good. But as soon if I get like 2 other cursed things, the spear I have overshadows it. Uh 25% damage taken and gain 1 corruption for each enemy killed. I wanted to try this one. Because it says that it has a powerful riposte after a parry, and I want to try that because I've never seen it before. So, as I noticed, difficulty has increased a bit, and I still need enough money for the 15,000 gold at the end. Therefore, I'll try to get that first. As soon as I have that, I can go for gold offerings. After that, probably won't happen. But one can dream. Fire first. Always sad to see. Okay, all that powerful. I don't think that was excessively powerful, but a bit more. Oh wait, that was 72 damage with half damage against the enemy, so it can be a lot more powerful, I guess. Okay, yeah. If it also hits an AoE. If it also hits an AoE, that is actually rather powerful. Should have probably taken that, since I don't need the healing as of now. Killing a burning enemy probably won't happen if I only attack with darkness weapons, but who cares? I do not need the mace. So, if I can align enemies up and then parry something, that could be extremely useful. Well, it unfortunately apparently gets countered by just getting hit. Main reason I wanted the darkness weapon though is because with the poison claw I have here, I can stack poison on people and then stack that even higher with the darkness weapon. Which is also why I probably won't let go of the darkness weapon. but I'm willing to exchange because the riposte is okay, but it requires first off that I parry, which isn't necessarily a given, considering my track record on that. And second, it has... Oh, that is nice. It has not the best modifiers on it. It doesn't get any additional damage except from other cursed weapons and relics, which is rare enough that I consider it not getting any additional damage. Opening a gold chest now inflicts corruption, but they contain more gold. I can use that if I just make sure to get... If I just make sure to get all the bosses. He didn't hit me. I thought he would hit me. And okay, I think the perk that gives you additional stamina back when you kill something is basically a requirement for using spears. Because they eat your stamina, I just now realized. The nice thing about this riposte is that I can use weaker enemies like the snakes or the normal fire temple goons. I don't even know what they're called. Like cultists or something? No. I can use those to trigger the attack, the parry, and then use the attack against something else that is stronger. Which also makes it kind of weird. Well, that was a heavy hit I took there. But I'm pretty sure the other spear would have been the better option. The other spear, by the way, is just... You just have... your finisher just pierces enemies. Which is a cheap source. Okay, 100, no, well, 360 no scope, I guess. But yeah, the piercing on the other spear is just a cheap version. Yeah, it's just a cheap AOE that you can get. Spears still not my favorite weapons. Still definitely not my favorite weapons. That's a cursed shield, if I see it correctly, with a Slaver's Mace and the winged spear? Feathered spear? Feathered spear and a Slaver's Mace, yes. Main weapon FX is doubled. Plus 20% base damage for secondary weapon as a shield. Interesting. Problem is the gain corruption for each enemy killed, which happens quite a lot with the shield because it returns projectiles and ranged enemies generally aren't all that strong. This is the perfect dodge claw and normal revolver. Minus 20% damage taken. Oh, I like that. Scorpion spear, 2 weapons with different scalings, not that good. 2 cursed weapons here. Means... Now here's an issue. The throwing knives have plus 25% damage taken, which is already a bad curse, bad negative. but plus 30% base damage per other cursed weapon or cursed relic carried. Which means that the other cursed weapon, which doubles the main weapon affixes, makes it plus 60 damage per other cursed weapon or cursed relic carried. Already the throwing knives have plus 60% damage, but also plus 50% damage taken, and I generally like to avoid that. I think I'm gonna go with this one though. Or you know what? I'll go with this one and just punch someone. And I want to get the stamina. Grid kills restore stamina. These also do not have any kind of healing, and I can't get any kind of healing with those two weapons because they have their stats already, or their modifiers already, and they cursed weapons do not get additional modifiers. First boss or second boss? I will go with second boss and start with... wait, second boss would have gold relic, weapon, upgrade, and then an unknown room or a relic, so it's basically set. And here I can skip it, get an unknown room. Depends on which boss it is, I guess. So the heavy weapons always have the problem. After you hit someone, you cannot parry or dodge for a short while. I hope that like that. I hope that I should not have gone dexterity with this thing then, huh? Because I basically set on the fact that... Or basically I hope that the damage reduction this weapon gives me, coupled with the healing it gives me, offsets the damage I take from not being able to parry or dodge. But then I should not have taken the dexterity scaling, which requires me to, you know, not get hit. You are throwing knives. Secondary weapon is a shield, and attacks from behind can happen rather easily. This would be the hunter. And I frankly do not... Well, I want the unknown room. Nah, I don't have the nerve to fight him right now. Because he is ranged. And therefore my shield is useless. Also he summons stupid dogs all the time. Just gonna keep the shield and hope. Hope that all of my enemies kill themselves. Relic. Additional healing, sure. Critical damage, probably not. Shield still does a lot of damage on the offhand combo. Especially considering it doesn't cost you stamina. Kinda hoping for a shield that heals me on kill or gives me corruption reduction on kill. Okay, I'm noticing a little bit of frame lag again. But generally, I noticed that that's basically mostly gone after the first or second attempt. Okay, explosive barrels have an increased radius. That can kill me. Especially considering I use a heavy weapon. Punch 1, punch 2, punch 3. I don't know if I ever showed this, but heavy weapons explode the explosive barrels immediately. Normally, if you just set them on fire, you have a bit of delay, which you can use to get away. You do not have that with a heavy weapon. Upgrade the shield. No. No. Secondary is a shield. Yes. Attacks from behind can happen. Not likely. Damage in the light? Absolutely not. At this one increases damage, but it costs really a lot of corruption. Gonna take it though. It's basically the only healing I have at the moment until I get an upgrade for one of the other weapons. So I'm gonna have to live with it and through it. Curse is maximum stamina is reduced by 1. Killing enemy with any weapon restores more stamina. Now, fun fact, a heavy weapon requires 1 stamina to attack normally, and already 2 stamina to attack, to use a charged attack. Which means that I cannot use a normal combo of 2 charged attacks and then a finisher. Okay. Shields. Additional damage against champions and bosses. Taking damage, no. Reflects, it's basically the same shield, but in better. Yeah, I'll take that. Then remove a curse, specifically this one. The explosive barrels aren't all that dangerous, at least most of the time. And in 3 rooms they are gone anyway. After the Jaguar. And then it's a dead curse that's just like lying around. Gains obtained are increased, yes. Chest. Poison attacks. I'd rather have the healing at the moment. And there's an open wall. So his attack came out earlier. Okay, all regular healing effects are disabled, which also means that the weapon doesn't heal me anymore, I believe. Feeding enemy now reduces blood instead of gold. Blood quantity increases per perception. This curse is really good if you go for a perception build and have the feat that gives you gold based on how much you overheal. Because if you're full, you get this curse, you overheal yourself all the time, and the curse increases based on your perception. The more perception, the more gold you get, the more blood you get. But the perception also increases how much gold you get, which means that the effect is multiplied twice. And that can stack really heavily. Secondary weapon affixes are doubled, which would be a point of perception. Probably not gonna go with that. Anything good? Not here, not here. Gotta be honest, I have no idea about here, Divine Favor, Erika, when do you use it and when you don't? I didn't want to offer gold, I wanted to offer blood, nah, whatever. But I basically just toss all of them out on the first opportunity to get a good weapon. I have a Fire Claw. Not a best option. Like, do I heal myself? I do not heal myself from these hits, as I anticipated. He only deals 130 damage? No, 195 on the first hit, 130 on the second. He really likes that move today. Really likes that move today. Okay, he's permanently on fire now. Also, he increases the damage by, I believe, 50%. Parry too early there. Next hit kills me. Yep. Not enough space to dodge in between. Should have gone for the side. If I see this correctly, those are simple knives and a simple spear. Yes. Now impressive. Secondary weapon affixes are doubled. Is always relatively okay. And minus 50% damage against uninjured enemies. That's also okay. The shield is alright. I love weapons like this. It has a chance to inflict poison damage and it deals additional damage against poisoned enemies. Gonna go with this for now. The throwing knives are not that impressive. What do I have? Right, I have the greed. I do not intend to use the spear all that much. I hope to get a primary weapon that is cursed, a cursed primary weapon for darkness damage, and I can use it together with the poison dagger to stack poison like an idiot. Preferably I'd exchange the poison knife with a shield. Ew, snake temper first, nice. And the spear with either a poison spear or poison bow or the poison bombs. Most preferably the poison bombs. One advantage of having both a fire and a poison weapon is that the poison ticks faster if the enemy's on fire. Why exactly that's the case, I do not know though. One good thing about the claw knife combo, or claw dagger combo to be more precise. I have that, don't I? Yeah, I already have that. Is that the dagger always crits if you backstab an enemy, and the claw dashes through an enemy. I do not need healing. I want to make a... I'd like to do a money gun run again, because having money in the early game is really nice. Allows you to buy a lot of weapons and upgrades. Do I have any kill effects? No. I have an annoying trap in the middle of the room. Hammer. No. That snakehead is one of the most annoying traps because you cannot dodge it. Explodey bow? Nope. No good modifiers. Like any other trap in the game, you can just dodge through. Not this one. It has the same problem like the eagle heads, though you can just run around it. Okay, first curse. Gold underground disappears. Annoying. If you're fast enough, you get more of it. If not, you don't. In fact, you get a lot less. Poison bombs, perfect. Why Poison Bomb specifically? That allows me to stack poison with a darkness weapon. Basically, I want to stack enough poison that I can then use a darkness weapon to stack more of it. And preferably, I would like it to not be the offhand weapon, because the offhand weapon should be a shield in the best case scenario. And I notice that in this game, as in any other, I really like poison way too much. Damage and health. I should probably get someone to look at my poison fixation. Okay. Either charge fully or parry. Don't try to do both. Okay, one stupid hit. Took apart my Greeker counter. I will take that for now for the healing. Also, maybe I get a worse curse, because that curse I have right now, unless I go to a gold room, it's not that bad. And if I'm lucky, I get Torch of Sorrow. I got Vision of Madness, so that's the curse I'm gonna yeet. Visions of Madness, of course, being the stupid fucking hallucinations whenever you take damage, and I press the wrong button. Okay, do not use the knife, because the knife tosses you away, or dodges you back, and then he uses a ranged attack. Can you stop glitching through me, mother? I should have dodged back earlier. I tried to dodge away using the knife hit, but it dodged me into the attack. Ah, dying to this boss always feels bad. Still content that this is the easiest boss in the game. Oh, champion rather. Spiked shield, throwing knives, and the cursed spear. There's cursed knives. What do we have here? Different scalings, always not that good, but the parry shield is okay. Each attack consumes 5 gold, makes that basically useless. Claw, so the whip deals more damage, but nothing special. This is basically the best kind of cursed weapon you can have. And the shield is anyway. The right path basically locks me into the second boss fight, if I take the first one. But I can avoid the first one if need be. Okay, please be the Snake Temple. It is not a snake temple. It's the eel temple, the temple I would like to be last, in fact. Alright, throwing knives. +2 on healing effects, always nice to have. Especially since I don't go for constitution and don't need to calculate every single heal I take. These layouts I don't like though, because just a simple trap room, okay, this is like 6 hallways, it's just way too fucking long. You need to go in 6 different directions. And especially these rooms, this kind of layout with the hallways with traps and gold in it, only shows up in the Eagle Temple, which has arguably the worst traps. The warrior statues are okay as traps, but the eagle statues, the eagle head statues, are just worthless. I do not have anything. Oh wait, this is the one where the finisher pierces, not the one with the riposte. Okay, I unfortunately do not have anything to destroy walls, so I cannot take the chest up there. Therefore, always have a bomb on you. Weapon. Hope. Hope for something that heals me or reduces corruption. Preferably both. So this is the, I guess, better spear of the two, because it has inbuilt AoE. And yes, the normal spear also has AoE in the fact that you can charge attack. This one has AoE to the back, which is generally the type of AoE you'd rather have. I ran into that one. And I didn't take the... Yeah, I should have switched to the Greed Curry restores more stamina again. Also nice to know about spears, they interrupt enemies. The finisher interrupts enemies. But yeah, I definitely need a better primary weapon. None of these though. Let's see. No bows, no daggers. Primaries? Scaling would be okay. Oh, I would really love to, but I have the best shield. Rainbow knives, not that good of modifiers. Bombs that heal me, no. Poison claws, no. Additional damage against bosses could be okay, but the other effects aren't that worth it. Secondary is not a whip. This shield heals me. Therefore, I take it. It's really not that hard to get a last hit with the shield, simply because most of the times enemies just one-shot themselves on it. Okay, dodging makes you intangible. Can no longer trigger perfect dodges. A heal room. Directly in front of it. Do I take this boss? I don't think so. The curse I have isn't that bad. It's just a bit annoying. Oh, just a combat room again. What's really nice about spears is that basically every hit you do crits unless you fail to aim. Okay, this should have pierced to this guy. I should probably use my shield a bit. Also, my shield sets people on fire. Which means, if I combine it with a darkness weapon, I have an easy way of making people weakened. Upgrade to shield. Definitely upgrade to shield. Yeah. This could be really good against bosses. I'm gonna take it. And now I'm basically sure I have 3 cursors, so I'm gonna go for the boss here. Let's see, what curses do I have? Biting Breath. Eagle head traps now breathe a gust of wind in front of them for a short duration, and Dark Further Corruption or passively. Those are bad, especially the second one of them. Especially the one that makes me take additional corruption. Oi. Offhand combo, why didn't you work? The one that gives me additional corruption needs to be gone as soon as possible. So much to being intangible, I guess. Pretty sure that's not how intangibility is supposed to go. So yeah, the eagle head statues now at least have a measure of danger to them, because now they're basically area denial devices. This is good. I'll take it. I think I'm at 4 curses now, which means I am... Nope, still at 3. Okay. But I will be at 3. I will lose 1 now, and then I'll be at 3 again before I can... before I meet the eagle. The eagle avatar. I do not have good weapons for this fight. Except the spear. And the shield. A spear synergizes really well with the relic that gives you healing on crits, because the spear has a 100% crit if you do it right on every hit, instead of only like the sword has a crit on every finisher, which isn't that impressive. The spear has a crit on every hit with the tip, if you're in the exact range you need to be. And for this spear, it's even easier because the finisher always counts as being at the tip. There is a spam bot. Remove that. Okay. I always hate when I have to do that. More damage in darkness, I will definitely take that. More damage against weakened enemies. As always, having a shield makes weakening enemies really easy. And now, Chester Seal then to trigger an attack which needs to be parried, but contain more loot. Okay, last hit with the shield now for the healing. More critical damage, no. This is actually every single temple in the game has a separate healing type of enemy, and this is the only one that cannot attack itself. I'm basically pretty sure that's the only enemy in the entire game that cannot attack itself. It can only heal and summon ads. And it is incredibly annoying because of the second part of it. Finishes cost no stamina, no. Lightning strength, no. So it would have probably been better than the nondescript throwing knives. And I just noticed that the curse I have, which makes the eagle statues a danger actually, makes this entire thing a non-danger. I don't know how to say that better. Okay. Eagle Avatar. I am basically entry. But I have a really good shield against this guy. Well, if now only I would parry as well. Well, fuck. So let me just get my OBS up again. Okay, let's see. Cursed sword, cursed heavy weapon. Otherwise, there's a heavy weapon in every set. Interesting. Remove you, get you back in. What do we have? We have a sword which removes corruption and a shield. A heavy weapon with plus 50% damage against elites, champions, and bosses, but each attack consumes 5 gold. Consumes 5 gold, I absolutely hate. This is not a good cursed sword. The positive effect, the plus 30% base damage per other cursed weapon or cursed relic carried, is most of the time not a factor I would factor in. Because they are principally rare. And a plus 25% damage taken is bad. Offhand combo deals critical damage is always good to have, always nice to have. The throwing axes aren't that impressive, but additional damage against weakened enemies is always good to have again. And I can switch them out. Preferably with a Darkness Claw. The one with the... Well, I guess technically speaking, the one with additional hits during the dash would... I think the one with the additional dash has technically more hits per combo, but they're harder to get. I have really not done well in this challenge. Only like 500 gold. 400. That should have been a lot better. I actually managed once to fail the challenge so entirely. I don't even know if that was on stream. Well, there's the next one, but I managed to fail the challenge so entirely once that I didn't get a single coin. That was embarrassing. Dexterity, take that. Good thing about being a small streamer, of course, is that if it was a video, nobody ever saw it. But yeah, throwing knives here as same as the swords. Automatic crit on the finisher. Not that impressive. The more impressive thing about the throwing knives is the AoE they can do. Well, I rolled into that. Corruption passively increases over time. Again, one of the worst curses you can have, except if you go through a room insanely fast. Oh, they shot at the exact same time? Interesting. Don't think I've ever seen that one before. A problem I have currently is that the dagger crits on an offhand combo, but the throwing knife crits anyway with a finisher. Okay, 24 corruption. If I'm fast enough, I took less corruption from the stream than I would have normally. This is an upgrade, huh? I will probably keep this one around longer than this one. Also, is there some kind of rule that spam bots only watch exactly 6 seconds? You know what? I need a bit of healing. Fire attacks are a current no. And if I see this correctly, this is one of those again where yeah. Those parts are probably the worst if you have this specific curse. Because they take a while. The nice thing about heavy weapons is that they stagger with every hit. Same with bombs, I guess. But for bombs you have to be a specific range away. While the heavy weapons are just like melee and everything in front of it. So this room, for example, I took more corruption than was necessary. Damage and light not a factor again. That the boss is this far back is annoying. Okay. All regular healing effects are disabled except those from blood. Which I guess I'll take a bit. Okay, champion. I know which curse to remove. A corruption over time. Because I know for a fact I am not fast enough to poison. Poison. I hate the specific attack. I also don't know why he sometimes just likes to be in the middle of the room. Unfortunately, backstab of the dagger is a crit effect and doesn't stack with the offhand combo crit. Because if there was just additional damage, like 50% additional damage when hitting in the back, that would be really good with the offhand crit. I hate that pattern. I like that pattern. Because it has an incredible wind-up. This one as well. The wind-up is gigantic and the effect isn't that impressive. Okay, remove this one. Evisceration claws. Deals critical damage against enemies under 30% health. Chance to inflict lightning damage is better than having the normal only effect from the throwing axes. Okay, curse. As long as you... Oh, it's a Dead Cells curse. Nice. Permanent haste is not to be underestimated. Problem is, of course, that I will fight the boss of this area in a bit. And take 50% more damage. Which is generally ill-advised. Yeah, the intention of this room is that the eagle heads hit the thing in the middle, and if they hit the thing in the middle, it unleashes a giant AoE. Unfortunately, it generally never does. And I just noticed that, yeah, the lightning attacks don't do anything because they only electrocute the enemies. But since I never finished with the claws, it will never proc the lightning. So the lightning attacks actually doesn't do anything. Should have thought about it earlier. Well, that was bad. Charge to check weakening enemies, not relevant. Okay, gonna be honest, this boss will probably kill me. I don't see high chances there. Even if I had the perfect equipment, a single mistake with this curse and I'm dead. Yep. Actually, it was 2 mistakes in this case, but you know, specifics. Okay, what do we have? Poison claws, normal whip, and swift bow. Fire claws, fire gun, and dynamite. Simple bow, simple machete, and a lightning shield. And this is a barbed spear, seeker mace, and perfect short revolver, I believe. Yeah. Often combos deal critical damage, always nice to have. But offhand combo deals critical damage and 20 damage against uninjured enemies is basically mutually exclusive. Corruption removal directly in the first thing. Wait, is that a normal bow? No, it's a keen bow. I thought it's a simple bow. Critical damage on the poison claw. I am not all too impressed by any of this, so I'm gonna take the shield. I will probably not keep... Oh no, you know what? I'll take the dynamite so I can open up walls. Not too impressed by it, but it's basically the best I can do, I guess. Snake Temple first. Preferable. Let's see. Fire Claw, followed by Fire Gun. Positive effect of the gun, often combo staggers enemies. Would prefer Gold Gun though. Minus 10% gold offering cost, no. Unless I find the golden gun, that's not gonna happen. Not technically the golden gun, the money gun. Though it is golden? Is it golden? Taking execution, I do not need the healing. Okay. Unknown room and a first boss. Which is the witch. Annoying. I do not like to fight her. But I guess it has to be done. In this case, literally because I cannot go anywhere else. Oh wait. A claw removes corruption on kill. Why did I not last it with that? This looks like an upgrade. Yeah. None of this is all that impressive. But I take the claw just for damage. Okay, other curses are unknown. Well, literally irrelevant. I like this pattern, I understand it, it's not random. Whoop. I would really like if her skulls blew her up as well. This is the pattern I like the least. The two waves of skulls. I hate that one. Close. Well, had to take a hit, of course. The dot from fire is actually more helpful than I expected it to be. Even though she can just remove it all the fucking time. I should have dodged that. Unfortunately, the gunshot held me in place. The gunshot anchored me. Okay. Sword, nope. Throwing knives, also nope. Auric Malediction. If I remember correctly, yeah. Lose as much gold as you take damage, but damage is reduced by 25%. Probably one of the worst curses. For anything going up to Clovis. Unless you're going to Clovis, it's probably one of the better curses. Because you don't need the money. Gonna take care of this trap first. Not really all that much of a trap if you can just see it. Right, lastly with the claw. Constitution, take the health instead. I'd hope for a tropical. How bad is the curse? Rather bad in case I get hit. Do I get hit? Probably more than I want to be. Boss it is. This one shouldn't be able to cancel himself off the fire dot, so he should technically go down faster. Especially since I can weaken him by just parrying. I don't even know if the bosses have different HP pools, or if they all have the same. And just different effects. I should probably look that up sometime. I noticed that I'm fucking up a lot of parries here that I shouldn't fuck up. I did not expect that much of a delay to his second swing. I took a lot more damage than I should have. This does not bode well for the snake avatar. Heal 12% of gold offerings a month? Nope. Just take the immediate healing. 150% of damage taken in gold. That I will take. Hope it's a heal fountain. It is! Nice. So that means I have an additional curse. I'm back to having one, to be more precise. And then I hope for a good weapon. Or a good shield. Okay, all regular healing effects are disabled. Well, fuck me, I guess. Yeah, it's the one where I get health instead of money for Greek Coast. I don't even know. The thing that would be interesting to know. The money gun doubles the money you get from enemies. But if you do not get money from enemies because of this curse, does it double the healing you get? And if so, if you have the perk to... If you have the perk that gives you money for overhealing, does it double the money do you then get from that? That would be interesting to know. Getting one corrupt for each enemy killed. Is that worth it? I don't think so. Barbed shield, please. There you are. Not a best modifiers, but it's the bird shield. Okay, what curse do I get? Regular enemies summon a vermin upon death. Shouldn't be an issue because there are no more regular enemies in this dungeon. Or in this part of the dungeon, to be more specific. Okay, this one will now be an absolute bitch to fight because... Oh shit. Oh, they count. Good to know. Thankfully I have the barbed shield. which should make this really easy unless he summons again. The timing of first parry, 2 claw hits, second parry still holds up. Kill this one first. Or let him kill it. Use the vermin against him. This is also why I think the vermin curse can be a boon, in fact. Simply because you can use the vermin to blow up other enemies. And the vermin actually deal quite a lot of damage if they blow up on an enemy. The gains obtained increase by 100% is insanely good. Absolutely terrific. 2 vaults. But I would not want to go through the healing room. I also... but I have a curse. Okay, I'll go through the healing room. 2 vaults are probably worth it. If I manage to, you know, finish them. Curse. Dodging makes it intangible. Annoying. Okay. Eagle Temple. So the last temple is a fire temple. Jaguar's third boss is okay. I generally prefer the eagle as a third boss. Directly before Clovis. Fun fact, by the way, weakened increases the damage enemies take. If you weaken an enemy with a parry from the shield, and then it is weakened before it hits you, you cannot parry that attack. I forgot. And then you parry it again before the weaken runs out. It actually takes more damage from the parry. Okay. Ah, fucking lightning babies. Upgrade the shield? No. Upgrade the claws? Probably also no. I don't think any of the upgrades is worth it. Neither in gold, nor in corruption. All warrior statues are now traps. Well, that's a bad one. Especially this early in on the Eagle Temple. As soon as you enter the Fire Temple, it's not really all that much of a problem. I hate these stupid ball things. Three already? Claw's also really good against this guy. Since as soon as he starts charging his attack up, he can't 360 again. Well, that was way too close, and I nearly ran into that one. Apparently I wasn't behind him enough. If you cannot attack by if you can dodge an attack by just running around it. Again, not enough, not behind him enough for some reason. And only for the first hit. Shit's starting to annoy me. I kinda get a character idea for Pathfinder from here. Huh. Right, the warrior statues are traps should be tossed. Lightning attacks are 32% max health. I'll take the lightning attacks for now. Because I'm gonna eat those. I think I want to replace my main weapon. And lightning attacks aren't that bad. And if not, then it still gives me a bit of dexterity, perception, and I can still just toss it. Can still just yeet it later on. Okay. Oh. Wonder if this weird... I wonder if the Titan Head's weird circle saws count as melee attacks. Kinda doubt it though. This is why I hate this curse specifically. Not because it's bad, because it turns off my light and I can't see shit. Okay, oh well. If you have the Torch of Sorrow curse, which is, as mentioned, still the best curse in the game, this torch thing, the intangibility is really good because it doesn't turn off your light all the fucking time. As long as you don't have that, it's annoying. For Constitution. It also turns out other lights around. An elite healer. Again, anchored to the fucking ground while dancing. Poison attacks. Plus 15, not irrelevant. I also only took the lightning earlier because it gave plus 45%, which is quite a bit, and can basically mean that I take a lightning weapon specifically only because I have that relic for it. Oh, I see the problem here. Yep. Exactly that. Do we have here? Base statue maces, nope. While the lightning hammer exists, I don't think maces are all that worth it. I don't think they're that good. Okay, vault. Let's hope I don't fuck it up. Okay, we have parried too early. I thought the elite healer would be the problem. Oh well, I have a second attempt. Curse. Urns no longer contain gold, but are filled with blood. Which would actually still heal you if you have the Bloodlust, which disables all other healing effects, except from blood. Okay. Elite Archer. And Elite Harpy, which is annoying as hell. Get rid of the healer. Fuck. I thought I was still in the dodge animation. Lightning Baby has to die. Okay, so dodging him with the claw actually works. He doesn't just 360 to face you again, but he moves too far away, so you can't hit him. Which kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, this is a trap room. It's not all that threatening of a trap room, but still. What do we have here? Max stamina plus level 1, plus 1 level on main weapon. Not that important, but the dexterity is worth it, I think. Plus, regardless of what weapon I upgrade to, I will have a higher level of it. Which is especially useful for cursed weapons, because upgrading them is expensive. Okay. Time for parry game. Out of the storm. By the way, if he holds up his shield, he's she. I believe it's technically she. If she holds up her shield, she heals herself. Which is why I always want to hit her. If you hit her, she parries, but you can parry the parry. If you don't hit her, she heals herself and you can't parry her. Killed by parrying. Why that doesn't count as a ranged attack is also a question I would like to have answered. Bow gets tossed. Lightning bombs. Technically better than I don't need the healing. I would like to fight both bosses. I would like to get a better weapon. I'm pretty sure I have enough money by now to at least get the second degree benefit or first degree benefit. And I really like the aesthetic of the third level of Fire Temple. Can I just whip fire? Fire again! Kill it lightning, baby. Yes. Kill it with fire. 3 elites is not something I'd like to see. Kill him with fire. Why the thing that literally shoots fireballs takes damage from fire is also a mystery to me. Like, technically speaking, everything in here should be immune to fire. Okay, healer needs to be gone then. I hate it when the healer teleports away and is then so far away from the other enemies that he thinks he's alone and summons more enemies. Okay, weapon. A main weapon. You know what? Yeah. I like poison, water, and fire, especially since the Jaguar is immune to fire damage. Which makes sense considering he sets himself on fire all the fucking time. Taking damage causes hallucinations. Well, that needs to be gone. The second boss in the Fire Temple, or the champion, the twins, are actually also immune to fire damage. So a lot of things in here are immune to fire. Bow gets tossed again. Lightning bomb. Up, it's one of these rooms. Like the heals you get from these sacrifices are insane. 32%? Heavy. Eh. Bombed out of the fucking sky. Yeah, that curse needs to be gone again. Not because it's bad, it's actually beneficial for you. It's just fucking annoying. Which is basically all of the curses that want to be gone as soon as possible are annoying. More so than bad. Okay, now stack poison. That was a hit I should not have taken. Now we wait. Yeah, hallucinations be gone. There would be a lightning hammer, in fact. It's actually not that bad of a lightning hammer, too. Claws of Evisceration get also tossed. And neither of those healed me. Oh, interesting. Okay, gold to the right for the second boss. The second boss should be easier because it's melee. And whether... I'm just wondering. I hate that my light goes out. Now we wait. Whether or not a boss is easy or not is basically dependent on whether you have the ranged shield or the melee shield. If you have neither, then then you need to take other measurements. I jumped into that instead of away from that. I could use some heals. Lightning babies everywhere. Ah, that was a nice heal. 32% of my max health again. Take another 10 and another 10. Chromatic knives for more 32%ers. Challenge room for more money. Do I need that? Probably not. Am I gonna skip it? Probably yes. Just a sea of blood. That's always a very striking visual. Yeah, no. I do no longer need the money. I will have enough when the dungeon is at its end. I hope. And if not, I'm sure Sich Owl can live with only a second level curse. Second level offering. First level offering. Like the first level, it's not a desecration. If you have the timing out of that thing, it's really easy to get some easy damage in. Then fuck up the easier parry. And back to darkness. Okay. I have the money, so I can use the urns that heal me. Rather take the dexterity here. I don't really have all that much in dexterity or constitutional stats at all. Okay. Healing, I'll take it. That gives me an additional curse before this boss. But if it's bad, I can just purge it afterwards. Okay, corruption passively increases over time. Well, fuck me, I guess. That means I will have a fourth and probably a fifth curse after this boss. $209 damage on the first hit. Wait, this shield deals not additional damage against bosses. I was just wondering why exactly 209, that seems like a weird number. Also, why does he deal 314? Wait, does the boss get damage reduction in the later stages? But yeah. As mentioned, I was pretty sure I would get this boss easily. And it came to pass. The only boss that really is danger in the later on, I believe, is the snake boss. And I didn't even get another curse. Nice. That one healed me for 64% of my max health. For the bosses are, if you have the equipment for them, which basically means do you have the spike shield. The snake boss is the only one that's a danger, really. Okay, I have 15,000 gold. I can afford all of the upgrades. All of your weapons gain 1 level. All your relics gain 1 level. And you get healed for 100% of your max health. Which is not impressive considering I'm already at max health. Okay. And Clovis is back again. So difficulty for this temple, this one looks different than normal. Wasn't this thing normally red? Okay. Clovis Perdue. Attack. Go on. Oh, it removed this code. Ow. Motherfucker. I did not see that coming. I thought first would be the one that removes the curse. And the fact that I cannot parry that at the moment annoys me. Do I have healing or anything? No. No healing in this stage is kind of bad. Oh, we're starting with this one. Apparently, not behind enough. Oh, we're doing this twice. That is new. That probably also killed me just now. I thought he always switches around. I was mistaken. Parry too early. Well, I didn't know he could switch up his pattern. I thought it was set in stone. Okay, I have 10 minutes to 10 p.m. So I'm not going to start another run at this point. But I see some possibly interesting combinations. Immediate healing plus shielded scales. Not important, I guess. Immediate healing, but not that good because it's on a two-handed weapon. Then what we have here. This is a really good curse shield. The healing on each enemy killed can help a lot with this guy because it has a piercing, it returns projectiles, but piercing and with curse damage. Plus 20% damage per active curse is also really good. So these are two okay weapon sets. I will probably go with the mace because I used shield way too much anyway. Okay, as I mentioned, probably I will not start another game now. Thank you for watching. Also, specifically you, the one guy who watches my entire videos instead of just a second or something. Thank you for that, and I hope you have a good night.